All praises to how Shem Shai. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and salutations to y'all around the world that's teaching the truth. And shalom to you, Series Aqua. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bunga with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. Black is a color, not a nationality. Nobody's walking around this earth black like shoe polish. We are not affiliated with any terrorist groups. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. All right, the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, speckled birds. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers' paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so what we have here, man, is Garfield book on Amazon. Now it's released on Amazon. First he didn't because he says suck up all his money, anything. But anyway, he says, y'all know who Garfield is. He's the chocolate version of vocab alone, All right. So, hey, Jacob and Esau was twins, so you always gonna find every Israelite counterpart. You're gonna find an Edomite counterpart, vice versa. All right, so. But anyway, it's misconceptions and misinformation by black Hebrew Israelites. All right, so we already being a hypocrite. So this misinformation about calling us black Hebrew Israelites. All right, you're not gonna find black Israelite or black Jews or black Hebrew Israelites in the Bible. You're not gonna find it. All right, just basically just to sell books. He put this in the title, just like the brother Daniel Allah said on Maccabees TV. All right, to put that sensational lies in it. All right, to sell this book. All right, because that's what people ignorantly call us, and that's what Esau call us on purpose to vilify us. All right, everybody would, like Yahweh said, the world hate him, they gonna hate us. So maybe we got pick up that cross, man, like it said Matthew chapter 10. All right, the servant not above is master. All right, but anyway, just paraphrasing. All right, so you go down here. It says my greatest inspiration. Now he says it's written about his daughter. All right, but anyway, it said my greatest inspiration for putting this book together stems from my childhood. I was baptized in Calvary Gospel Assembly Church over 30 years ago at the age of 9 years of age. His daughter definitely wrote that. All right, it said from that very moment, all I want to know if it was true. All right, but that plantation Christianity is not true. All right, that's the Bible is. It said Garfield Reed embarked on a journey 4 years ago is when he decided that he wanted to write a book. Oh man, Garfield came up with you can see me. His daughter definitely wrote this, man. Yeah, it said Garfield came up with the misconception information about black Hebrew Israelites. Like I said, we're not black. All right. You have so-called Mexicans down there, so you have so-called Native Americans down there. Israelites. You have the speckled birds, all right? You have Israelites that look like Edomites, so-called white people. You have Israelites look like Japanese, all right? But they're Israelites. You have Israelites that look like Japhet, but they're Israelites, because you have Israelites scattered among those Japhet, no Polynesian islands, man, and whatever the other nations are. All right. It says, all right. It said Garfield came up with the name misconception, misinformation about black Hebrew like vibe because he wanted Africans in the diaspora to get a better understanding of theology of the biblical text. All right, yeah, and that's why this is the #1 seller in genealogy, because our people is looking for information. They're lost, man. All right, and that's how we know we are the Israelites, because we fit in these prophecies. All right, fitting these prophecies, man. All right. In fact, what it says. Let me see. Says Hosea chapter 4 verse 6 said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou should be no priest, me seeing thou hast forgotten the law, thy power, I will also forget thy children, right? Because our people denied Yahweh, his laws, statutes, commandments, and guess what? They got destroyed. They're in a low state. They lost, man. They don't know who they are. All right, and what happened when you lost? You try to get back on track. All right. Matter of fact, it says Isaiah 59:10, we grope for the wall like the blind. We grope as if we have no eyes. We stumble at noonday as in the night. We are in desolate places as dead men. All right. So, Jake is groping in the dark. So Jake gets into all these different philosophy, Islam, this and that. We get into Christianity, what Garfield was in, his parents in, where they lost. All right. Salak, get this off. All right. So so that they're lost, man. Or they come up, they get into that chematology, they get into voodoo, right? That's one of the reasons why we brought over here, because we was into those false doctrines, man. All right, you had Jakes that was reading the Bible. It's their book, Servants of Allah, about Sivian Diof. I forgot a minute. Sivian A Diof. In there, Jake was reading the Bible. Jake was into that Islam, man. You got people know the Israelites, they into that Islam, but I'm telling you, these people that lost, man, and that's why everybody is buying this book, man. All right, because they're lost. They're looking for an identity. That's how we the children of Israel. All right. What it says in matter of fact, all right, cause this ain't those people over there in that those not those 1948ers over there in the Levant. All right, it says right here, Jeremiah 7:14. There, no, it's Jeremiah 17:14. That's what I'm looking for. 17. I think Jeremiah 17:4. It said, and thou even thyself. And this also go to Isaiah 59 and Isaiah 59:10, Deuteronomy 28:29. It said, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for yet kindle fire my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? This happened to the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. They discontinue from their heritage. I will call thee to serve thy enemy in the land which thou knowest not. All right, now this particularly talking about the southern kingdom of Judah, but slavery also happened to the so-called Native Americans and Latinos. Matter of fact, they served slavery along with the so-called Negroes here in the Americas. All right, that's just facts. You look in the book, Jack D. Forbes, African and Native Americans. All right, we're talking about the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, man. All right, because we could see this crystal clear, man. We could see this Bible crystal clear. All right, but Garfield and them, they can't see it, man. They can't see it. It says right here, Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. It said right here, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, see indeed, but perceive not. All right. All right. So on the elect is going to see this. Make the heart of this people fat, make their ears heavy, shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. All right. Cause they look at it, oh man, this is the book. I can finally understand the Bible and this and that and everything. Now Jake may say, oh, this Bible's a fairy tale book, but they designed to see what we see. And they can't see it because the Most High blinded them. They'll go back to that curse in Judges chapter 2, when Yahweh cursed them. In a previous life, Yahweh had cursed them, all right, for serving the idols in Canaan. And said, okay, all right, just paraphrase. He said, well, no, I'm gonna blind you, and you're gonna be bugged out. Your next life coming up, because there is such thing as reincarnation. All right, so Garfield just doing the same thing he been doing since ancient times. He was one of them Negroes in the age, along with Dayton, that was speaking against Yahweh, and Masha was Moses. All right, because correct way to say Moses, Masha, and Joshua, and Mosiah destroyed them, man. Or they died out of dehydration, or it's also they just died out in the wilderness, the desert, man. For our people, for those 40 years, for our people into land, or they might just got stoned to death. All right, so it says right here, let's see what's the next shit. All right, Sirach chapter 6 verse 24. All right, it says this. Well, I'm starting 22. For wisdom, according to the name, she is not manifest unto many. See that? All right, she not manifest to Garfield now. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy foot into her fetters, thy neck into the chain. Right, man. You getting the truth, man. You got discipline yourself. You gotta get into it, man. This ain't no easy thing to wake up. Some brothers wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, do that. How many people like that? But as long as you study, get that in, get those I'll say about study about like 2 to 4 hours, or how much your brain can receive information. All right. But anyway, whatever works for you. I said, and put thy feet into a fetter, thy neck in a chain, bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways all thy power. All right, so you got to study, man. Search and seek, and she shall be known unto thee. When thou hast got a hold of her, let her not go. For at last thou shalt find her rest, and that should be turned into joy. Right, when you got through a hard work study, man, this thing get easier and easier, man. It get easier and easier. How to increase it. Increase those that meant to get it. All right, it says, then shall her fetters be a strong defense, and her chains be a robe of glory. All right, when you get in this book, man, you get this scriptures, man. You become an expert source, man. All right, just like in that movie Conan the Barbarian. It was a cult hit. The original one came out in 1982 with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. All right, he was fetters and chains. He was pushing that I forget what it's called. Let me turn and push. All right, and he was getting bigger and bigger over the years as he grew, man. This big old muscular guy, man. All right, when we get in this Bible, man, we get to cut people like Garfield, All right, get to cut him, man. He can't handle us. What does it say? Hebrews 4 and 12. All right, it says, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to divide the soul, the soul, and the spirit of the joints, and the marrow, a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. Right, he can't deal with us, man. All right, he can't gainsay it. It said Luke chapter 21 verse 15. All right, because Garfield he really believes in Habakkuk chapter 3 when it said Yahweh, the God came out of Edom. He really thinks that's talking about Yahweh is the God of the Edomites. What you brothers, man, we all know what that really means, man. All right, all right. But anyway, it says Luke 21 and 15, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. Right, they can't deal with this truth, man. That's why they writing these books. All right, that's why they're writing these books right here, man. because it's not meant for them to get it. All right, so this ain't no mistake, man. All right, but anyway, put this back. All right. So yeah, all right. So you go down here. It says. All right, African. That's a name Esau gave to our people, man. All right, the African from the word African. Leo I believe what his name, Leo Africanus. All right, Africanus means without cold, hot. All right, so you just call yourself hot. You say African, say I'm hot. All right. You say really saying you're it's another word that land it's called come, not hum. Come it's mean hot in Hebrew. All right, so like I said in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it says Ham, the progenitor of the dark races, the Egyptian, Ethiopians, the Libyans, the Canaanites, Punt. It says not the Negroes. All right, the word African American. All right, that's generic, man. All right, that's not a term. That term is the late like 89 and early 90s. I remember that, man. I remember we was called black. I remember black Americans. All right, and I remember we was then we started calling each other African Americans like in the 90s, man. All right, so those names that go back to Deuteronomy 28:37 should be a bad word. That should be a bad word, man. All right, so even the word Jamaican, man, that's not our nationality. And I had this guy named Six Finger. He gonna come live on Garfield. So get out of here, that mess, man. A lot of people died for the respiration. Hey, get out of here, man. This guy look like a malnutrition Derrick Rose. Trying to talk tough, man. All right, but anyway, it says we go down here to reviews. This book is very powerful and full of damaging facts that kill Christianity and Judaism. Any Christian Hebrew Israelite will hate this book because it's totally distorts their belief system. After reading, I understand why Zion lets his butt hurt in his feeling, bro. God forces on that to face some hard facts he can't stomach. Then he gave A double plus book. I haven't recommended reading. All right, so read this book, man. This is basically a book for Jake that hate that's really seeking to understand the Bible, and Jake that hate the Bible, man. That's what it's really for. All right, ain't no such thing in Christianity. Ain't no such thing as even though the word Judah in the Bible, when it say Judah in the Bible, it's talking about the doctrine, the laws, statute, commandments. Right? Because the law, statute, commandments is given to more than 3 tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, consists of the southern kingdom of Judah. All right, but it had nothing to do with Judah. Most High gave law, statute, commandments. He didn't say I gave Judaism. All right, so. All right, but it had nothing to do with Christianity. There's no Christianity in the book. Yahushua didn't find no Christianity. Yahushua kept the law, statute, commandments of the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And Yahushua only died for the nation of Israel. He's our Prince. I say he gave us, grace and mercy by putting his life, by sacrificing his life. So. All right, but we're not worrying about this, man. All right, we don't hate it. Matter of fact, we love it, man, because there's nothing he could do against it. Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth of wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay. All right, Second Corinthians chapter 13 verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Right, so you can't do nothing against this truth, man. All right, you could try to go left, you could try to go right, you could try this, you could try that, you could try to defame us and everything. So we got history, we got the scriptures, and we got history on our side. Like this book, Ebo Israel. I'm about to show you in a hot second. It's funny. it's just funny, man. There's one more thing I almost forgot. All right, almost forgot. Because this is many books like this. All right, let's see. What's his lies? Black Hebrew Israelites. Where it said Black Hebrews. Where that book at? Let's see, say that one. Let's see, debunked. Alright. Put this word in right here. Alright, so there's many books. Alright, Black Hebrews like the blunt deflated exposed by C.L. Willis. Oh man. Alright. Like I said, we're not black, our skin is brown, so alright, they came out last year. Alright, Black Hebrew Israelite Teaching Exposed by Marcus S. Marquise S. Alright, June 2nd, 2018. Oh man. Alright, where is that? I think I said another one was sister. She raising her middle finger and this man. Hey man, let me see. Yeah, Barack Obama. This is old vocab book. All right, Barack Obama versus Britain. First of all, when Barack Obama was young in Chicago, there was no One West camp out here. Matter of fact, there was no camp teaching in the streets. So that scene in that movie, that little cheap movie with Barack Obama in it, all right, that never happened, man. And King James was a so-called Negro. All right, he was a so-called Negro. Matter of fact, here's his cousin, Queen Elizabeth I, right here. Let me get this in here. It's a lot. I have to drop the phone a little bit. All right, this is cousin. Clear to see that's a Negro woman. If you look at other pictures, all right, and I got videos on my Moors, there is light sites, my Hasmonean Dynasty. I show this picture and videos. There's Sir right lá. See him very dark. See the rest of the court. See her, the rest of the court, Negroes. All right, you can see it right here. Queen Elizabeth Commission on the Sale for America. Now, I go deep into history, but it says she was wicked, all right? Which, if it is true, I won't be surprised, man. All right, but I go back to the curse of Deuteronomy 28 and 24. All right, then you have right here. All right, you have you see the hair route Dimitri. This the Yuchi tribe of Gad, man. All right, this from August 8, 2009. You can see it in the corner, right corner, bottom right corner. See, I've been doing this for a long time. It's research, man. Nobody gonna come up and do anything. All right, see, this is the book. Why Hebrew goes from left to right to left. All right, Sukkot, the Yushi Indians observe Sukkot. The Yushi Indian tribe of Oklahoma celebrated an 8-day festival. Each year bears amazing resemblance to the Jewish festival Sukkot. They used to begin their festival on the day of full moon during the holy harvest month. Like the Jews, they too dwell in booths, which are covered by branches and foliage, and they use processional around the fire in the holy cult area. They carry a large for the crested branch. During the celebration, the branches are shaken, much like the shaking of the four species. All right, so it's page 14, man. This book is written by the Edomite, all right, but it's just facts, all right, all right. So our people, ain't nothing wrong with books, long as it's backed up by the Bible, but people that get all these books and everything and trying to figure out this Bible, man, but they don't have no discipline to come up to the men of the Lord, the prophets of Yahweh. They don't want to do that. All right, like I said, Ecclesiastes chapter 12. All right, what is it? Where it said, yeah, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12. It says, and further by these, my son, be admonished of making many books. There is no end. Must study its awareness of the flesh, right? Some people, they just looking, writing books and this, writing books and that. Coming on Spin, Garfield had his doctrine that the Israelites were Canaanites, but there's no historical document saying it. There's no historical document of Canaan cursing out Israel, saying that, hey, you guys are, you're traitors to the nation of Canaan. Come back or you're going to die. There's no document. There's no documentation of group individuals, Canaanites, who came up with conspired ideas that, hey, we're going to be the Israelites. We're going to get away from our, we're going to get socially away from our people, man. There's no evidence of that. All this is about an Edomite named Finkelstein. All right. All right. Yeah, this is book. All right. Hana speak wild banded Hebrew is like really not religion nation with a nation of Israel. Yashada, he prince of power. Alright. You gonna see it right here, man. And most of those guys, when you look at Sarnetta TV, cause last night, what is that guy? The other guy called himself the Apostle. He came in. He said, "Man, why you?" He told Sarnetta that the Most High blind him. He did. He did blind Sarnetta, man. All right. Slop. Let that train pass by. All right. So Apostle's like, hey man, why you ain't equally up with your wife, man? Go to your wife for the answer to this book. Well, Sarnetta shouldn't be going to his wife, and Apostle going off for saying that. All right. Because Sarnetta, he could go to one of our videos and sincerely study. All right, he do look at our videos, but he's not getting it. All right, he don't want to get it. All right, he's not gonna get it, man. All right, so Sarnetta, he tried to but the policy going off too, man. So if she don't get her act together, man, both gonna be destroyed. All right, it's not, but Nepal, I think how it might end up taking Sarnetta out and get Nepal to a man that's right, and Nepal get her act together, man. All right, that might happen. I don't know for sure. All right, or both of them just be destroyed. So you can see right here, this book has absolutely nothing to do with the Hebrew religion. I get it, author need to vent. However, I suggest you become truly educated in the Hebrew Israelite religious question. No such thing Hebrew religion. Doing this may give you some closure of peace. You are judging a religion, not a religion, on your spirit group of people clearly has no knowledge of Hebrew Israelite believes. A group called into anything, but it doesn't mean it's truly who they are, which is facts. It said not all Israel is Israel. All right, not all Israel is Israel. Let's see. All Israel is not Israel. Just going right here to take a shortcut. It's a lot. and let me see. Let's see all. Let me see. I guess in Romans. I think Romans 6, 9, Romans 4, 6. Is it Romans chapter 6? Yeah, Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of the Most High taken effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. All right. So that that guy's right, that commentary. All right. It says, I do have some knowledge concerning police. I can assure you what you experience, not the line of beliefs or custom, which is facts. All right. I bought the ebook because my new man is Hebrew. It's like he wants to marry me. You already married when you have sex. All right, that's in the scriptures. All right, Genesis 24 and 67. All right. But anyway, it said Hannah's book is okay. I will read it because more interesting. She talks about false commitment to the count. She never explained why her mother defied him, which is unbelievable because men are taught to be uncompromised. The rest of the book is venting and ranting against an ex. All right, waste my money on this book. All right, so all these books, man. When this book came out, lost that. But anyway, man, you come up all the books. Yeah, another book's been coming out for the last couple of years. This book came out 2015. All right. Yeah, more books before that. Yeah, books before that. Yeah, books. We're gonna have more books after Garfield coming out volume 1, 2, and 3. All right, it's not gonna matter anything, man. You're not gonna stop this truth, man. All right, you're not. All right, you're not. All right. Now back to this, you see more evidence. All right. See it right here. So-called Seminole Indian Reubenite. All right, he got the fringe. He got the ribbons of blue. All right, you have right here this elder right here, like this woman from the Woodlaw tribe. You see the fringes on her. All right, see this is what Garfield ignores, man. All right, you have right here the menorah that's found all throughout. This in the book, The Lost Worlds of Ancient America. All right, this is from the book. I forgot this book. It's the one that these Mormons use. All right, but how do the Mormons know that the people over there, they know that? All right, Joseph Smith, he knew that the so-called Native Americans, like he just add this lie that there used to be Edomite people, so-called white people. They got darkened by Yahweh. Those they curse. Which is BS, man. But the point is that here's like, see right here, the millstone in Saudi Arabia, the millstone in pre-Columbia, Peru. All right, why they technology like that? Why? Because they came over there from the east. See right here, the phylactery is found in Mexico, Veracruz, Mexico. It's a car, man. All right, you see right here, ancient baptism font. See how it's similar to baptism of Quran community, Wadi Quran near the northwest shore of the Dead Sea, Quran Israel. Baptism font, sacred bathhouse, Pacoma, Peru. All right, in Peru they wear those fringes. They was enslaved by Esau. They got scattered. They got sent overseas for slavery. Some got asked out to Africa. All right, so what the royalty was, all right. So that's the tribe of Asher. All right, so yeah, other things, man. You got this right here. This is from the book Evo Israel. All right, And I ain't meant this video go long, but hey, that's the spirit. All right, Jakes, man, you got Ego Israel. See, this the book that that vocab and vocab twin Garfield read. They not gonna go into. Man. All right, this the book right here. I'm about to show the article from Ego Israel, Odie Mongol. All right. You can see you get this. You got other books. All right, the information is out here, man. Ain't no damn DNA gonna tell you you're Israelite, man. All right, nobody got the DNA King Hezekiah, Saul, Jonathan. All right, nobody got the DNA of David, Joseph. All right, Joseph, the forefather of Ephraim, Manasseh. Nobody has the DNA of Levi, Aaron, and the rest of. Nobody had no DNA though, man. That was a lot. Those men died about 5,000 years ago. They remains turned to dust, man. And nobody found a grave of Yahweh Joseph, and nobody found a grave of Moses, man. To cut that out, man. The rest of them, man, they died in caves. They body deteriorate to dust, man. All right, so anybody telling you get DNA evidence be real, that's a lie. That's a damn lie, man. All right. But how come they don't got no? I'm just saying again, why they don't have no DNA among the distinguished family and they distinguished bloodlines, man. All right, so it's just a lie. All right, so all right, but identify who your Israelites by what? Looking at the curses in the Bible, the prophecy in the Bible, and the people customs, man. All right, so right here, this is from the book Ebo Israel. It's written by the Ebo, and this talking about what's this? I'm just gonna read it. Like the Israelites, this is page 18. Like the Israelites, in their primitive state, our government was conducted by our chiefs and judges, our wise men, elders, the head of the family. With us, enjoyed a similar authority over his household, which with that which is ascribed to Abraham and the other patriarchs. The law or retaliation prevailed almost universally with us as with. All right. Page 19. With them, even their religion appeared to have shed upon us a radiant glory, though broken, spent in patches, eclipsed by the cloud, which time, tradition, ignorance might had enveloped if we had our circumcision right. I believe peculiar to that people, we had also our sacrifice and burnt offering, our washings, our purification on the same occasion as they had. Oluda Equino in pages 20-21 of his book, The Life of Oluda Equino, Gustav Vasa, the African, published in 1789. All right, so all right, so this is one of the ancestors reading the Bible. He said, hey, this is doing the same custom. All right, this is why we say we are the Israelites. All right, page 20. It says, we practice circumcision like the Jews and make offerings and feasts on occasion in the same manner as they did. Like them also, our children were named from some event, some circumstance and fancy foreboding at the time of their birth. I was named Oludo, which our name signified vicissitude or fortunate. Also one favor or having a loud voice and well spoken. Oludo Equino's book, The Life of Oludo Equino, or Gustavus Vasa, the African, page 18, published in London, 1789. It says right here, there was also one Daniel Queen, about 40 years of age, a man very well educated, who messed with me on board the ship. He likewise dressed and tended captain. Fortunately, this man soon became very much attached to me and took great pains to instruct me many things. He taught me to shave, dress, right? See that? Dress hair a little, and also reading the Bible, explaining me passages to me, which I did not comprehend. I was wonderfully surprised to see the laws and rules of my own country written almost exactly here, a circumstance which I believe to impress our man of custom more deeply on my memory. And this is why the slave masters didn't allow the so-called Negro slaves to read this book, to read the Bible. All right, because the so-called Negro, so-called Native American, and Latino slaves was like, wait a minute, this sounds like we doing such in this. All right, that sound hauntingly familiar. All right. So right here, you says it's the same book. It said an ancient stone throne of Abu Gad in the palace of Izir Olegoris, a Paleo-Hebrew writing was Lashwan Kadaj with Corvus shells. A swastika had also been found in some ancient sites, propping up questions of such sign could be found among the Igbo. The swastika had been an ancient Hebrew symbol representing the sun. Also, the sun over here in the United States, the tribe of Gad, right there, it's like had been found in release of ancient synagogues in Israel. It was adopted by the Nazis, implied they were like the sun, greater than the Star of David. The Star of David in solid bronze became a British archaeological evacuation in Aguri, 500 feet below the ground in 1917. This indicated that the Igbo people are migrants from the ancient city of David. As a mark of his commemoration, the colonial authorities approved his engraving in the penny coin. All right, so they found a giant shield of David over there in Nigeria, just like they find Hebrew artifacts over here in America. Over here in the Americas, man. All right, it says about 2 years ago, Israel government sent delegates to our place near to confirm the historical relation between Igbos and the Hebrew people. We took Israeli officials around historical place, our own town. They expressed surprise. They observed as obvious similarity between our custom and theirs. Later, they could not help but conclude that the Neri and the Igbo are in general among the tribe of Israel. All right, Abufi, Madubuzi, Inibu in the audience participant program Radio Nigeria, July 13, 1966. All right, it says right, International Rebel King Solomon, I think it says Sephardi, put Sephardi Federation, Mr. Yitzhak David Israel with a team of visitors to Abu Gad, Temple of Gad, in November 1997, discovered an inscription Gad in the Aunt Stone. All right, which was a type of translucent quartz used to engrave the names of sons of Israel as Yahweh commanded Moses. Regarded ephod that was priestly garment. All right. The outreach in June direct reference to the Igbo large community of Israel gained official status between 1995 and 1997 when Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin sent the team to Nigeria to found a lost tribe of Israel according to publication. All right, you could just see it, man. All right, but you know, Garfield, he's not gonna look into it, man. All right, even what it says right here, it says right here, page 62 in the book, Valley of Dry Bone by Rudolph R. Winslow, one of the authors that Garfield and his crew like to ignore. It said King John II of Portugal deported many of his Judeans to West Africa, Angola. Many settled in West Indies. John Bigelow, who went to Jamaica in 1850, saw the offspring of the Judeans, said they were black, I mean very dark brown, right? The evidence showed that Judeans in Europe up to 18 were virtually black, but died out. As a result, white servants of these blacks converted to Jews and became the new Jews. All right, so we had Edomite converts. All right, just going around pretending like some of them. All right, you got some just lights because they mix, because they popping Edomite women. All right, country Portugal and Spain, but you have like over there in just like some of those 1948ers. All right, going around saying that here's like same case right here, but but the people in Jamaica that got deported and they mixed in with those so-called Negroes of Ashanti descent, basically a Khan descent. All right, they're doing our Israelite cousins. Why? Because they are the Israelites. Like it's old saying, if it's if it's quack like a duck, it's a duck. you know. All right. And Garfield, they can't see it. They don't want to see it. All right, because you had the customs. You got the customs. Are people doing in West Africa? Are people that was here in Americas? Right, the Nordic, the Nordic Kingdom. Which I'm part of the Nordic Kingdom. All right, and you can just see it right here, man. You see the Shante. All right, you got that breastplate, just like the Levite priest. Go to color version of it. All right. All right. So, this is why we let me see, open. All right. So, this is why we say we are the Israelites. Because number one, we fit the curses. All right, we fit the curses. We came on the slave ships. Then we go into all the customs, and everything. All right, we sit back, ponder, make connections. Okay, we're the Israelites, right? Because those people over there in the Levant, all right, those 48ers, they're not the Israelites, because they don't fit their prophecy in Isaiah chapter 2, when it said, when the real children of Israel should come to the land, there shall be peace, man. All right, it don't fit that at all. All right, so I hope you've been edified. All right, it's nothing that it's gonna be more books written to your house shot, come back, crack those clouds with those chariots, man. All right, with the chariots and everything. All right, like I said in Revelation chapter 1 verse 6 and 7. All right, should come no clouds. All right, that's when all this madness is gonna stop, man. All right, when Esau declared that MOTB. All right, that's when Yahweh gonna step in and have Yahweh shine the 104th, had the Yahweh shine and the angels, and shoot out those lasers. At the same time, no missiles gonna be going and everything, and all right. So that's when Garfield Reed and Black Lion Supreme and the rest of them, Sonetta, they gonna have that old SHIT moment. They gonna try to outrun a fight, but they not, man. They're gonna be burnt to a crisp, man. All right. So stay strong. Stay strong in the faith of Yahweh Shai. All right, love each other. There's lights. Love each other amongst the 12 tribes. Love each other amongst your congregation. All right, strive for truth and righteousness. All right, and have patience, man, because we're at the finishing line, man. All right, it's one thing that the Garfield they not gonna touch on. All right, they're not gonna touch on the economics. All right, the crash of this dollar and then that new digital currency coming up. You're gonna have to get the MOTB. All right, and they're not gonna talk about America being threatened by missiles from North Korea and other entities. That's other foreign entities. All right, they're not gonna talk about those chariots that's coming around because they can't debunk. They can't. One thing on Garfield now can't debunk. They can't debunk those chariots, so-called UFO in the skies. All right, so when they scoff at somebody else, sculpture, bring up those chariots and bring up videos of those chariots. All right, but those are the angels. They can't debunk that, man. All right. But anyway, man, hope you've been edified, and shalom.